So here are the beets. They're underneath this mesh to keep the chickens from eating them. And this is where the cucumbers are going to go soon. They'll climb that. Over here we have a row of tomatillos. And on the opposite side there are peppers, sweet peppers. Anaheim, Jimmy Nardello, and Wonder Bells. Then I've got tomatoes in these super tall cages with little basil around them. 3 different kinds of tomatoes, and these cages are enormous, bigger than they probably need to be. Tomatoes, 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 3 different kinds, and there are, I think, 3 plants of each kind, and the new drip irrigation system here. I'm going to walk over inside the garden now. Grapes are starting to leaf out a little. Coming in through the gate here. And here we have Brussels sprouts. I have more of those that need to go in. It's a little weedy, but there's also Swiss chard and kale in this bed in 3 rows. Swiss chard at the front, kale in the middle, and Brussels sprouts down the back. Here we have spinach and 8-ball squash. By the time the 8-ball squash really get going, the spinach will all be finished. Over here are my little shelling peas. They're doing okay. They did not germinate as beautifully as I had hoped, but they'll be fine. And then in this bed we've got bok choy and broccoli and carrots around the edge. Carrots are like a border all around. With the bok choy is going to be finished first. We're eating that. And over here, a little bit of spinach. The spinach didn't do well in this bed. And golden zucchini plants, 3 of those in this raised bed. This is the new thing Jeremy just put in for me today, and that is copper mesh, and that is going to keep the slugs from crawling up. Here are my sugar snap peas over here, and the trellises that I've prepared for them. 2 trellises with sugar snap peas, some cabbages inside. Haven't put the beans on the poles yet. I have some chicken flags flapping in the breeze there. Over here is garlic and carnival acorn squash. 2 on this side of the squash ladder, 2 on that side of the squash ladder, 2 there, and then this other squash ladder, there's 1 pumpkin over there. More garlic, 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 pumpkins, and more pumpkins, 2 on each side. Now this is my polyculture bed. This has radishes, lettuce, cabbages, dill, calendula. And the point here is that you just pick and eat and pick and eat and pick and eat. I'm already having to eat at least 1 big salad a day because I've got this one too. Oh, and there's parsnips in here also. Parsnips will be done much later. You can see how densely it's planted, and the thinning is done, well, you thin and you eat, and as spaces are opened up, you put other things in. Eventually I'll be putting some bush beans in here as well. So that's a brief tour of what I've got in the garden so far. Here is my little herb garden. That is hyssop, And that's a winter savory. Thyme, sage. You can hear that cough I've got. More thyme, sage,